Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a warm welcome if you're new, honey. So of course we have some more Olandria news. Now first we are going to go over them at the Spurs game. They were very cutesy and it's a couple of clips I want to show you guys. But also you guys remember the interview that Olandria did with Angel Reese? Well, it looks like some people are tripping online and it seems to me like they're taking her words out of context a little bit. And insinuating some things that are very unsavory. So we are going to go over all of that. I found all the tea and I dug deep, honey, okay? So if you're ready to get into this story, just stay tuned. So Olandria and Nick, aka known as Olandria from season 7 of Love Island USA, attended the Spurs game in San Antonio, and they were sitting courtside and pretty much getting VIP treatment. Like, y'all, they had their own personalized jerseys. They were so cute, and the game was against the Sacramento Kings. Now, as they were there, they were posting a lot of social media posts, videos, captions, really just celebrating the outing and enjoying their time together. Olandria was dressed in all black, looking sleek like always, and as you see, Nick has on a jersey, but it actually says Olandria on the back, which is super cute. And the Spurs social media team also posted a reel featuring Olandria, calling it Olandria and Spurslandria. So this was like a little bit of a collab. It just wasn't like any other regular date night. They were doing a collab, but it is so cute how they were able to enjoy themselves and have fun at the game. And also, let's look at a couple of the clips I saw because it was kind of cutesy. So as y'all can see, they were having a time, honey. They were having the best time together, taking all of these pictures, all of these videos. And also they had an after party as well that they attended. So we are, of course, going to touch on that as well. But first, I wanted to show you this really cute video of them. And I think they made this before the game.
Go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go! The Spurs game, Bree. Then where you at?
Where you at, Bree? Bravo, Bree!
Now, I don't know who Bree is. Maybe she works for Bravo. I have no idea. But I just think they look so adorable together. So now let's go ahead and look at a little bit of the after party. Now, look, they were playing City Girls, and I was going to play it, but then I thought about copyright. Okay, I can't do it, but, you know, we can just pretend. We're just going to pretend like it's playing. But look at them. They're having a time in the car. Olandria's on the wheel. And look at him. He being a passenger princess. He's just enjoying himself with his friends, having a great time. I love to see it. His boys in the back are probably really excited to go to this after party because you already know they're about to turn up. Okay, once again, copyright. So to us, it's just going to sound like they're having one of those silent parties. But you see, they are very lit. They're having a time. Nick and Olandria are there. Their people are there. They're just vibing out, okay? And then they got do you see how packed out this place is? Like, the scenery looks absolutely amazing. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I really wish I could have went. It ain't no party without me, okay? No, I'm playing. But it really does look like they had that crowd jumping. It was packed from wall to wall. Literally, if you know the song, then you know the song. But guys, we are going to go to the next topic because you know I saved the best for last. So you guys remember that interview. I actually did a story about it. It was with Angel Reese and Olandria. Well, really just Olandria, but she was talking about her life. She was talking about her background, her as an individual, her morals, her values, her goals for the future, and also she was gushing a little bit about Nick as well. Now, you know how the internet does. They love to misconstrue stuff. They love to switch things around. So now let's go ahead and get into it because it's an entire rabbit hole. I don't even know how this was started. But what I do know is I did my research and I found out that a lot of the drama was stemming from this post. It says the white validation obsession is eating her up. He supports it is the bare minimum. And of course, she's talking about the moment where Olandria was gushing about Nick and saying that he supports her being pro-black, loving to be black, you know, really was just complimenting him. But you know, people love to misconstrue things, especially online. I don't know why, but they love to do it. I do not feel like in any way, form, or fashion her gushing about Nick and how she's comfortable with being happy with being black means that she is looking for validation from white people. I'm so sorry, I do not see it. But somebody else, matter of fact, it's the same person who made this post decided to reply to their own post and say she's deep in worship. She can't hear herself anymore. Deep in worship. So you see, this has to be rage bait at this point because this doesn't make any sense. I do not understand how some fans or some people online can turn something so simple, so sweet, so wholesome into something that must mean something negative. Like, why do y'all do these things? But the irony in this situation is so crazy and so good because we are about to get into their old tweets and we're about to see the difference of what Chelly was talking about and the difference of what Olandria was talking about before they even blew up. And it's very, very interesting. So first, we're going to get into Chelly's tweets, okay? We're going to start mild. Okay, so first on Twitter, she mentions that she had a dream that she had a baby and he was mixed with Spanish. Okay, cool. I mean, hey, dreams are pretty random, right? Okay, moving on. And the next one says, I just want an Italian boy who'll make me pasta for the rest of my life. Like, I really don't think I'm asking for too much. Okay, cool. She's talking about an Italian boy making her pasta because, I mean, as an Italian, they would probably be pretty good at making pasta. Okay, got it. Now, a pattern that I can see already for now is you could say that Chelly wasn't pro-black with the amount of times that she talks about being with other races. But as of now, it's still mild. So let's continue. All right. Woke up to a decorated room, got surprised with a YSL bag, and got taken out to a 5-star restaurant. Why settle for less? Okay, I know what I need to do now. And I know you see that picture of that man, and he was white, okay? And then finally, we have an issue, okay? She said, I really, really, really want to learn how to get light, but no one will teach me. Huh? What you mean you want to get light? Child. So as soon as I saw this post, I had to go and I had to see because I'm like, what do you mean? Well, the further down I scrolled, apparently Get Light is some type of dance and it was really popular a few years back. Like, well, more than a few years back, really. But yeah, I think that that tweet may have been taken out of context. I think she was actually talking about the dance. However, the amount of times, like I said, that she has mentioned other races, you would think that maybe Chelly wouldn't be pro-black because, I mean, there weren't really any tweets of her talking about black men or anything of that nature. And it's fine if you want to date, interracially. I mean, Nick Olandria, that's an interracial couple, but you can't have your fans coming at Olandria saying that she's not pro-black when she has not been saying that type of stuff on her Twitter, So let's go ahead and let's look at some of Olandria's tweets from back in the day. Number 1, we have, I supported 6 black-owned businesses today. What about you? This is back in 2020. Then we proceed to go on. There's a picture of a beautiful black woman. She said, black women are so damn beautiful. Glad I'm gang. I know that's right, girl. All right, let's continue on. So she says, woo child, being a black woman is so hard, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Once again, back in 2020, back in the day, she's still loving being black, very much pro-black. And then there's a picture of this beautiful dark-skinned woman. She said, I wish I was this dark. Man, she's beautiful. How you gonna say Olandria is not pro-black and she pandering to white people and you the one? And I know that Chelly is not the one directly saying this. Her fans are saying this, but please control your fans, okay? Because if you're going to say all this stuff about different races and stuff, I ain't seen you say nothing about a black man yet on these old Twitter posts. And no, Olandria didn't necessarily talk about black men. She didn't necessarily talk about black men, but she did go on to say how beautiful being black is, how beautiful black women are, like very, very much promoting pro-blackness. So none of this makes any sense to me. Someone goes on to say that they believe that Olandria is the most pro-black islander they've seen, and they continuously try to make it seem like she has low racial self-esteem just because she's dating a white man, which I perfectly agree with. Like, there's nothing wrong with interracial dating. I mean, I am not fully black, so I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for interracial dating or interracial consummation, whatever you want to call it, okay? So, I am all for it. However, don't try to call out Olandria and make it seem like she has low self-esteem. I feel like she thinks very high of herself, and that's why she carries herself the way she does. Even with that situation with Huda, she could have went off. She could have been really upset about it. She decided to handle it classy because that's just the type of person that Olandria seems to be. And in order to be so poised, you have to be sure of yourself. You have to be confident in what you are saying in order to be that secure in who you are as an individual. As the black person that Olandria is, I'm sure she's very fine with being black, especially based on these tweets. And you guys, since she's blown up, she has said plenty of things about trying to help black students. She tries to help all students, but she says specifically she wants to help black students go in the right direction and make sure that they are staying on course with their goals and following their dreams and all of that. That is not something that a person who's not pro-black would do. Like, yes, you could love the kids. However, Olandria has always loved being black, and it's very, very clear. So, yeah, anyway, guys, I want to know your thoughts about this situation in the comments. Do you feel like Chelly fans are tripping? Do you feel like they're justified? And do you feel like Olandria is looking for white validation by dating Nick? If you ask me, I do not think that at all, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you disagree, that is totally fine. Please just make sure you keep it respectful because they will flag y'all comments and I want to see because I'm nosy. Okay. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I really just wanted to go ahead and talk about those topics today. So if you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time I post. And in the meantime, y'all be careful out here because this world and the people are cray-cray. Okay, love you. Bye.